The note was written in the shaky handwriting only 7-year-olds could manage, folded into a tiny heart, and slipped under Nurse Elena's door. She almost stepped on it that frosty December morning, but when she opened it, a broken bar her breath caught. "Please visit Addy, he's lonely." At the Triplets, it was decorated with 3 little stick-figure girls, all holding hands, all smiling, a broken bar except the one in the middle whose drawn tears smudged the ink. And that was the moment everything changed. If you're watching this, stay with me till the end, because what happened next didn't just change one family's Christmas, it changed the heart of a man the world thought was too powerful to ever break. And trust me, before we finish a broken bar you're going to feel it too. And if you love stories that touch the heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It helps us bring more real-life inspired stories to you. Elena tucked the note into her pocket, unable to shake the heaviness it carried. She knew exactly who the daddy was. Alexander Grant, the CEO everyone knew, the man who built an empire, the man who never smiled, the man who never came to the family lounge at their hospital where his daughters spent therapy hours. Always busy, always in meetings, always somewhere else, a broken bar or maybe nowhere at all, lost inside his own grief. The Triplet girls, Ava, Lily, and Rose, visited the children's therapy wing every week. They were small, bright, full of imagination, but shadows lingered behind their big brown eyes. Their mother had died 9 months earlier, a sudden aneurysm. She collapsed in her office, gone before the ambulance reached the hospital. And the girls had watched their father fall apart. He didn't yell, he didn't cry, he simply a broken bar disappeared emotionally. He fed them, housed them, protected them, but he wasn't there. He became a ghost inside a tailored suit. So seeing the note broke something inside Elena. Because children only wrote letters like this when they were desperate. She didn't wait, she didn't think twice. She went straight to the top floor of the executive wing the hospital rarely used except for board meetings. The door was slightly open, the lights dim. Inside, Alexander sat alone at the long table, staring at a laptop but clearly not seeing anything at all. There were dark circles under his eyes, hands unmoving. "Coffee cold, Mr. Grant," she said softly. He didn't look up. Most people would have backed away, but Elena leaned closer, placing the folded note gently in front of him. "You should read this." He blinked, slow and confused, then picked it up like it might break in his hands. The moment his daughter's handwriting hit him, something inside him cracked. She saw it in the way his shoulders slumped, in the way his throat tightened. "Alia, a broken bar gave this to you?" His voice sounded like sandpaper. "They're not asking for toys," Elena said, "they just want you." He squeezed his eyes shut. "I don't know how to do this anymore." "You don't have to know," she whispered. "You only have to show up." He finally looked at her, truly looked, and for the first time she didn't see a CEO. She saw a widower drowning silently while trying to stay afloat for his girls. That moment sparked everything that followed, because Elena didn't just visit the Triplets, she brought Christmas to them and to him. The next day, she transformed the therapy wing into a little winter wonderland. Handmade snowflakes hanging from the ceiling, a tiny Christmas tree decorated with paper stars, warm lights, hot cocoa, gingerbread cookies shaped by the kids. But the biggest surprise waited behind the curtain she had drawn across half the room. When the Triplets arrived, they gasped. "Miss Elena, it's like Santa visited the hospital." She winked. Maybe he did, but the real magic happened when the curtain opened. A tall figure in a red coat stepped out awkwardly, clearly uncomfortable but trying with all his might. "Daddy?" The girls squealed. Alexander tugged off the fake beard, looking shy and painfully unsure. Surprise? He looked terrified that they might reject him. But they didn't. All 3 girls launched themselves at him, hugging him so tightly he almost fell backward. In that moment, something thawed out the first genuine smile they had seen on his face in months. He stayed the entire afternoon. He helped bake cookies badly. He let them paint his cheeks with glitter. He sat on the floor and built tiny snowmen out of cotton. He read them Christmas stories with a tremble in his voice. And every time he looked at them, Elena saw the regret in his eyes, a broken bar mixed with love he had forgotten how to show. When the girls were taken for physical therapy, he stayed behind with Elena. "I thought keeping myself busy would keep the pain away," he admitted, "but I think I was disappearing from their lives the same way I lost their mother." "You can fix it," she said kindly. "Children don't need perfect, they just need present." He nodded, tears finally spilling, a silent, long-held grief releasing drop by drop. "We used to decorate the house together," he whispered. "She handled the tree, I handled the lights." The girls would argue over the star, a broken bar. "You still can," Elena said. "Start tonight." And he did. That evening, he took his daughters home early. He bought a tree, the biggest the lot had. He let them pick every ornament. He let them stay up past bedtime. They danced in the living room, giggling until they fell onto pillows. Snowflakes drifted outside their windows, soft and gentle. For the first time since tragedy shattered their world, a broken bar, they felt like a family again. But the story didn't end there. 1 week later, on Christmas Eve, Alexander returned to the hospital, not as a CEO, but as a father, with 3 excited girls tugging his sleeves. They brought gifts for the children in the therapy wing. They brought warm blankets for the elderly. They brought food baskets for the families who had nowhere else to go. And when the triplets ran around handing out presents, he pulled Elena aside. "You didn't just bring Christmas to us," he said, "you brought me back to my daughters." She smiled gently. "They brought you back." "I just opened the door." He swallowed hard. "Then let me open one for you. I'm donating a full pediatric wing, and I want you to run it." She froze, overwhelmed. "Mr. Grant, a broken bar, that's a..." "Call me Alexander," he said warmly. "You believed in my family when I forgot how to. You changed our Christmas. Let me help you change Christmas for thousands more." By midnight, the hospital glowed with joy. Laughter filled hallways that usually echoed only with footsteps. Nurses sang carols. Parents cried quietly as their children smiled. And the triplets held their father's hands like they never wanted to let go. When Elena stepped outside to catch her breath, snow falling softly around her, she felt a warmth she hadn't known in years. This Christmas wasn't about gifts. It wasn't about grand gestures. It was about a note written by 3 little girls desperate for love, a broken bar, and a father brave enough to answer it. And as the bells chimed midnight, Alexander whispered to his daughters, "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere again." And they believed him, because he finally believed it too. If you felt the emotion of this journey, if it touched your heart even a little, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us share more powerful stories that remind us of what truly matters in life: love, second chances, and the courage to come home again.